Think of your hair like a sponge. Some sponges soak up water really fast, while others take their sweet time. Today we are talking about a topic that literally changes everything once you understand it: hair porosity. Welcome to Crown Conversations, where we talk everything hair tips and habits. You might have tried 1,000 products, done every DIY under the sun, and still wondered, why isn't your hair growing or thriving? Or why do products just sit on your hair after applying? Well, maybe the problem isn't the product, it's your hair porosity. So today let's discuss hair porosity and get into understanding your hair, because once you know your hair porosity, your hair care game will never be the same again. And before we start, if you love learning about your hair and how to make it thrive, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because in a future episode, I'll be breaking down how you choose the perfect product for your porosity type, and you don't want to miss that. Let's start with the basics. What is hair porosity? In our second episode, I explained how the scalp is like a garden, and a garden might have different types of soils. Some hold water and some soil types don't hold water because of the soil particle sizes. Porosity is simply how well your hair can absorb and hold onto moisture and oils. Let me bring it closer. Think of your hair like a sponge. Some sponges soak up water really fast, while others take their sweet time. Some hold onto that water for hours, others dry up in minutes. That's exactly what porosity is: how your hair interacts with moisture. Your hair has layers, and the outermost layer is called the cuticle. Now, these are tiny overlapping scales, kind of like roof shingles. The way these scales are arranged determines your hair's porosity. When your cuticles are tightly packed, water and oils have a hard time getting in. That's low porosity. When the cuticles are slightly raised, moisture goes in and stays in easily. That's medium or normal porosity. And when they are wide open and sometimes damaged, moisture gets in very fast but also leaves just as fast. That's high porosity. It's simple as that. But here is the catch. Most people have no idea what is their hair porosity. They just keep switching products, wasting money, and wondering why their hair acts so moody. And that's why today's episode is just a game changer. So make sure you watch to the end. I believe by the end of this episode, you will be able to understand your hair better. Why is it important that you understand your hair porosity? Now, let me tell you this. Understanding your porosity is like knowing your hair's personality type. If you don't know who she is, you'll keep treating her wrong. Here's what happens when you don't know your porosity. You end up applying heavy oils that just sit on top of your hair if you are low porosity. Or even you use lightweight products that evaporate too fast if you are high porosity. And the result, frizz, dryness, and that confusing feeling when your wash day looks perfect for 2 hours and then turns into a puffball by noon. But once you understand your hair porosity, you stop guessing, you stop fighting your hair. You start working with it, not against it. You'll know whether your hair needs heat to absorb moisture or whether you should leave products like in the LOC or the LCO method. You will also know whether protein is your friend or your enemy. I have a video on LOC and LCO. The link is in the description box below, so you can watch it so that you can understand the steps into which you need to apply product on your hair depending on your hair type. If you've been struggling with consistency when it comes to your hair, this might be the missing piece: knowing your hair porosity and understanding what your hair needs. Maybe you're wondering how you can tell what porosity your hair is. So let's figure out which team you are on: low, medium, or high porosity. So I'm going to give you 3 simple ways to test your hair porosity. No science lab needed. The first way you can test your hair porosity is the water test, very common. So take a clean strand of hair and drop it into a glass of water. If it floats on top for a long time, you've got low porosity hair, meaning that your hair doesn't absorb moisture as fast because the cuticles are tightly packed together. If it slowly sinks to the middle, then that's medium porosity. If it sinks quickly, you are in the high porosity club. As simple as that. Number 2, we have the touch test. Run your fingers up a strand of hair towards your scalp. If it feels smooth, that's low porosity. If it feels slightly bumpy, that's high porosity, meaning your cuticles are open. Those bumps are your raised cuticles. The third test is the spray bottle test. Spray just a little water on your hair. If it sits like tiny beads on top, that means it's high porosity, meaning that your hair was not able to absorb the water very quickly, and therefore it's like small beads sitting on top of your hair. If it absorbs instantly, that's high porosity. You see, it's easy and totally doable at home. Hair porosity changes how you should apply your product. If you have low porosity hair, your hair cuticles are tightly closed, so moisture struggles to get in, and that means you need to use very lightweight moisturizers and liquid leave-ins. After adding the leave-in, it is important that you add a gentle heat like a warm towel or maybe a steamer or even a heat cup to open up your cuticles during deep conditioning so that the conditioner can get into your hair. Again, if your hair is low porosity, you need to avoid heavy butters that can just sit there and cause buildup. Because if you apply heavy butters, that means that your hair is not going to absorb all those butters. Now, the pro tip here, if your hair is low porosity, then the LCO method, that is liquid, cream, then oil, works wonders for low porosity hair. If your hair is medium porosity, you are in the sweet spot. Moisture goes in easily and stays put. You can use most products and experiment. Just focus on balance. Don't overload with protein or even moisture. And girl, if this is you, you've got a blessing. Protect it. And then we have high porosity hair. This type absorbs moisture like crazy but loses it really fast. You'll need products that seal that moisture in. Think of using thicker creams and heavier oils. So try the LOC method, that is the liquid, oil, and then the cream to lock in that hydration. Avoid too much heat and harsh chemicals. So the truth is, the difference between my hair never grows and my curls are thriving often comes down to one thing: knowing your hair porosity. You can spend years experimenting, wasting money, or you can learn your porosity once, master your routine, and finally see your hair transform. Don't let another wash day go by confused about why your products aren't working. You deserve hair that shines, holds moisture, and makes you feel confident every single day. So I believe after this video, you're going to do a test on hair porosity so that you can get to understand your hair better and also understand the product that you're going to be using on your hair henceforth. Porosity is your hair's way of saying, here is how I like to be treated. Listen to it and you'll notice less breakage, more moisture, and way more joy in your hair journey. If you found today's episode helpful, please like this video, subscribe, and always share with a friend who is always complaining about dry hair, because chances are she just doesn't know her porosity yet. And before you go, check the next episode on how to build a product routine based on your porosity type. Trust me, it's going to save you so much time and money. See you on my next. Trust me, it is going to save you so much time and money. See you on my next one.